Hey there everybody, this is Ranroth, and we've just finished our first year in League 2 with Newport County. So what we're doing in this video is just having a look back, having a bit of an analysis, really, on the season we just finished, where we're going, what we need to do for next season, etc, etc, etc. But first, pay attention. Most important thing, live stream. Here's the details I've figured out. You're going to go to Twitch. You're going to look for me, Ranroth. I think that's what the channel name is. It's going to be Sunday, December 14th, 2014. If it's past that day and you're watching this, sorry you missed it. But we might be live streaming still. We'll see. I believe I have the technology to live stream and record videos for YouTube all at the same time. They'll both get the same commentary. The only major difference is that, well, the Twitch guys are gonna probably see all the videos all at the same time, and YouTube will have to wait until I upload them, which will probably be about a video a day, is what I can manage. It'll probably look, fairly the same, except Twitch is going to be a constant stream. I'm going to keep going for the menus and stuff, the transfers. That's what the first main part of that live stream this next Sunday is going to be. So here's what it's going to be. Sunday, December 14th. It's going to be 1:30 a.m. Butt crack of dawn, even before that, for my local people, West Coast USA, because that's just what time I'm up. I'm a night worker. Get over it. But that is good news. It means my British buddies, 9:30 a.m. So Sunday morning, forget church. You're going to watch this because it's probably more interesting. I don't know what kind of church you'd go to. Some of them are great. Some of them aren't so much. Anyways, 4:30 a.m. for Eastern USA time, East Coast. I think I've got a couple of viewers there. And then this one I threw in there, 8:30 p.m. for Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So that covers Sydney and Canberra. If you're anywhere else in Australia, I've no idea. Hopefully you can figure it out from what I just told you. If there's another time zone that you want me to figure it out for, leave your comment down in the thing down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So the live stream's going to cover everything in between the matches, all the matches, everything. So once this post-analysis thing is done, I'm going to take the rest of the week off to finish goal of the month, goal of the season, and just prep for that live stream. The other change to the channel, the YouTube channel right now, is I'm going to kill the ads for the moment. We just don't have the viewership, so I'm going to make it that much better and just kill them off. I'll go back to the old videos, remove them, and that way we can get people watching without being obstructed by the silly interruptions. So that's it, and with that, let's get into it. Let's first look at the league table. That's the first thing I want to look at. So, boom, there it is. Let me pull up my... Oh, everything's right there. Okay, so Plymouth Argyle won. I think we said that a few matches ago. They've been pretty solid near the top most of the time. Southern pushed into second, as I suspected. Northampton had also clinched promotion places before the last match, so those guys, they are guaranteed promotion. Bury, Wickham, Oxford, and Dagenham, they're going to duke it out for the 4th promotion spot. Nothing's happened. And in case you're getting your hopes up, I'm not pushing the advance button in this video. That's going to be for the live stream on Sunday. So, sorry. So the rest of the table down here. Shrewsbury, Portsmouth, Carlisle, Yada, Morecambe, Luton Town started above us, even though they were the team that we beat the best. Right above us, Burton Albion. They're bane of my existence so far, I think. And there's us. We should have finished in 14th. We had an absolutely terrible last month and a half. It just went down the toilet. We were so hot in April, and we burst all the way up to 9th from 18th. About half the length of the table. And then we just kind of faded out at the end. Let's look at our stats while we're here. 14 wins, 20 draws. 20 draws. If we could even just figure out our attack and turn half of those draws into wins, would we be top of the table? No, we'd be 1 point below Plymouth. But since one of those draws was against Plymouth, we'll just say that we beat them instead of drawing, and we would have beat them. The other depressing statistic, 43 goals scored. If you look at up and down at all the rest of the teams, bottom teams of 45 and 46, there's nothing much different at the top. We have scored the least goals this season. That's pretty bad. But on the other hand, 33 goals conceded. I mean, Accrington had 91. They let in nearly 3 times the goals we did. Even the top teams, 45, 50, 43. The next best team was it 43 for Bury? Yeah, we let in way less goals than the top teams, than the next best. So it tells me our defense is figured out. Even with 3 in the back, we are not likely to concede goals. So we need to beef up the attack hardcore. Decent goal differential for the middle of the table, and that's what's helped us, be in 14th instead of 17th. So moving down, let's see, it's finished out in York, Cheltenham, Wimbledon, yada yada. Accrington sitting at the bottom, I'm terrible. The rest of them, you can look at it. Pause the video if you want to look at more. So the only other thing I've done in a separate spreadsheet, I've got spreadsheets for days, is keeping track of what teams we beat regularly and which teams we lose to regularly. Only Burton Albion, Exeter City, and Wycombe Wanderers we lost both league games to, and, well, we didn't lose both league games to Burton, but we did lose a cup match, so it evens out. Burton sitting in the middle, Wycombe up near the top, and Exeter at the bottom. I got nothing. I don't know how that happens. Our bright green teams that we've beaten more than not, Accrington Stanley, of course, sitting on the bottom, and then the fun part of it, Tranmere in 18th, and then I gotta scroll up because Southern United, Northampton, Portsmouth, is that it? Yeah. 5 teams that we beat in both games. Except for Portsmouth, who we beat in a cup and then drew in the league, but 2 wins and a draw is good enough for that, so. That's about it. A lot of draws. Let's move on to the next part. Just take a quick look over here at the top scorers. Plymouth Argyle guy on the top, of course. Our only guy down there in 10th, Rene House, 16 league goals. I think that's our only player up there. Yep, makes sense. Pop over to assists. I don't think we have any one player that did well enough in that category. Nope, no one on there. Clean sheets. Fuju's up there in 8th, even though he was only with us half the season. If Silbera had stayed with us the whole season and played regularly, I'm sure he would have destroyed this table. I mean, the Plymouth keeper up top with 14, I'm sure that Silbera would have at least 20. Actually, he might still be on the table. Or did they move him out because he moved away? No. Guess not. Pidgley didn't play enough games to really make an impact, so again, testament to our defense is awesome. And then yellow cards. No single person on my team received more than 1 yellow card. We didn't have any reds. So let's skip out of that. We don't need to talk about it. Right, so next part. What do I want to talk about next? The squad. I have some new lineups. Let's look through our formations. Obviously, the 4-4-2 that I defaulted at the beginning, I just edited from the 5-3-2. That's the actual game default. The 3-4-3, I call it the tree formation because you got that kind of tree thing with the 5 attackers and then the 2 holding mids, and then the stump 3 defenders at the bottom. I used that a couple times. It almost worked, but we didn't use it too much. 5-3-2, I have that in there just in case. 3-4-1-2. That's been the formation I've used for the most of the second part of the season, and it worked fairly well. Some days it didn't, but other days it did. The Sensory Diamond that I tried, Finn the Gamer's preferred lineup, I tried it a couple times. It didn't really work out for me. I'm not really a counter-attacking player, and that's what this formation is best for. And the last one I did not use, I just made it up, a 4-4-2 Diamond. I think this might be the formation we need to unlock some of those teams that beat us a lot that tend to go with a 5-3-2 or a 4-5-1. So, with that, let's go to the squad report and look at our team. Hold on, I forgot something. Did I? No, I didn't. It's coming. Hold on. So let's look at the squad. Fuju, he had a decent season. Look at his keeper stats down there. His reflexes stand out, but the rest of it's kind of, mediocre. Let's see, how long have we gone? Perfect. I don't want this video to be super long, of course. So, we do have Aitor coming in, who's a similar style of keeper, but I think he's a little bit better, so Fuju's going to get either pushed to the bench, or maybe send him out on loan. We'll see how it goes. But, solid season for Fuju. Samosa, he didn't play much in the second half of the season once we went to 3 in the back, but solid player, great development, still only 21. He's going to stick around unless we sell him for bags of cash. Yeah, good player. If I go with 4 in the back, he's the go-to right back, and sometimes I do play him as a right midfielder. Ismail Yakubu, he's getting kind of old, he's starting to deteriorate. You see those couple of negatives on the right. But he's a mostly solid defender. He has a few screw-ups here and there, but a decent choice at center back. He's likely to get pushed out because we have Magnus Okwanghai coming in on a free transfer from Colchester. He'll likely bump Yakubu out of the lineup for now, so Yakubu will be a backup. Jugu's our other main center back. He got those negatives actually when he was out injured for a few weeks, which is kind of weird, and he never recovered from them, but he hasn't developed any of his technical stats, which, they're the really important ones, so hard to say where he's going to go. He's good for now, but if he doesn't develop, he'll be out on his bum pretty soon. Kumalo, again, didn't feature towards the end of the season. We didn't need a left back, but he was solid when he was in. A little bit of development, we'll see how he goes. He's not old yet, only 24. We'll see if we need it. If we keep playing 3 in the back, he's not going to get much playtime. It's just how it is. Adam Chapman, man, what development. He did not play much at the very beginning, but he's got so good. Check out that stamina stat. He's ready for every game, and he's developing well. He's been called up for Northern Ireland, so that's he's a good player. He's going to keep developing. He's going to be a solid feature in our midfield this coming year. Yeah, and Klukowski as well. He's a bit older, but a lot of good development in his stats. I don't expect that to continue for too much longer, but we'll see what happens. He will play quite a bit, I think. Especially since next guy, Michael Flynn, he's seen a lot of red. He's 34, that's pretty old. He's just going to continue to decline, although he does have a couple of years left on his contract. We'll keep him around. He does have good strength, which is the main reason I like him in there. His tackling stats aren't great, but he makes a good defensive midfielder. And then, of course, his shooting is not too bad either. Zabrowski, a couple of points gained over that season. A little bit of negative. He's getting kind of old, but I don't think he's old enough for that. Decent season for him. Few goals, bunch of assists. That's the way it is. We'll definitely hold on to him unless we get a bunch of money. Christian Jolly, he's still out injured at the moment. Yeah, 2 weeks until he's back, but we got no games, doesn't matter. Great physical ability. He's not particularly strong, but really fast. And decent technical ability. Again, going to be a main striker for us. We do want some backup for him now that Aaron O'Connor is going to be moving out. And I like Zabrowski in a behind the striker's role because he's just good at terrorizing back there. Rene Howe, he is the top scorer this season, so our one person who voted for him is going to get a prize. That winner is Lloyd Costigan from somewhere near Newport. How about that? A local boy gets the prize for the first season. That's kind of fitting. I'm pleased to see that. So 21 goals for Rene Howe over the season, and look at that massive strength, 88. He is so beefy, and he's pretty good in the air, decent on the ground, but he's going to stick around, even though we've got Tom Pope coming in as a target man. Robin Simovic has not pushed Howe out of a place. We might change the formation up, and we'll see where Howe fits, but he's definitely going to be first on the team sheet next season. Danny Bejarano, our first choice right midfielder. Decent, okay physical stats, but he's good on the ball. Good dribbling, good ball control. His crossing should be higher than that. He's actually led the season in assists with 8. and I'm pretty sure all of those were from crosses. Mostly to Rene Howe. So, he should have a much higher crossing stat than that. Robin Simovic, only 1 goal, pretty high strength, otherwise not particularly good. Well-balanced technical stats. I'm kind of disappointed at his contributions so far. But, yeah, we'll see. He's still young, he'll develop. Ryan Jackson, good development, great pace. He is so quick, and he's proved it. We've played him at right midfield a few times, and he's done quite well. No goals, but he has set up a couple. Kevin Feely, we didn't play him much in the beginning, but once we did, he did quite well. I think he'll probably play a few times next season. We might send him out on loan. We'll see how it goes. But I think he's got more to develop. Mark Byrne played a lot of matches, came on as a sub a lot, was on and off. I think grabbed 1 goal. 1 goal, 1 assist. A lot of participation. He's a good, solid player, but really he's not the best in his role, so he's not going to see much playing time. Andy Sandell, Lord of the Wing, on the left. He was sensational, probably one of our best midfield players. 4 goals, 6 assists. Is that right? Am I looking at that right? Yep. And he's even developing a little bit, +1, even though his physical stats are going down. He's great technically, and we'll see if he plays a lot. We do have Michael O'Halloran coming in from St. Johnstone on a free transfer that is a left midfielder, might bump him out, but he'll be first on the subs bench if O'Halloran's playing, that's for sure. Lenny Pidgley, backup keeper, deteriorating because he's getting kind of old. With Aitor coming in and Fuju just a little bit better, I can't say what his future's going to be. We might loan out Fuju and Pidgley will be the backup again. I don't know. We'll see. Fernandez, great physical stats in terms of speed and dribbling, but he just really hasn't played well. 3 goals, all from the penalty spot, and 4 assists, which isn't bad. So, he's done okay, but with Bejarano and Jackson on the right, Zabrowski, I don't know if he'll have a place on our team. We'll see what happens in the transfer window. Andrew Hughes did not get nearly as much playing time as I thought, mostly because we went 3 in the back. We didn't back up left defender for Kumalo. I might put him out on loan just so he gets some time. I mean, he's clearly got the capacity to develop. Look at all that green, and he's only played a few games. How many was that? 23 appearances? Not too bad. And 1 cracker goal at the beginning of the season. Robbie Wilmot, great pace, decent stats, but Sandell's just too good, and I don't think his chances of playing are better with O'Halloran coming in as well. He might go out on loan. Struna was a backup right back to start with for Samosa, but once we went to 3 in the back, he's got decent strength and tackling. He is actually a great choice for our right-sided in a 3 defense. Aaron O'Connor, he's leaving. A few goals for him. 3 over the season. But he's going to Stevenage? Yes. Ellis Redmond on loan, a little bit development, but he's just not good enough. 44 is not good enough to play on this team, so I'll probably sell him. If I can't sell him, I'll get him out on loan again. He might have more development, we'll see. Where's he playing? Wimbledon, but he didn't feature in the games against us, so I know. That's all that. We talked about the top scorer. Congratulations, Lily Costigan, Rene Howe with 21. Just a couple more things to look at. What were we looking at? Let's see, nothing much to look at in the transfers. One thing I want to show you, we've only got one, look at that guy. 1 scout and he found this gem. He actually looked fairly mediocre and average before May hit and all the youth players in the game got a bump. But I generally figure that these youth players are going to hit about exactly the middle of their overall, which if you average it out between 56 and 68, that's going to be, 62? Which is, great for starting on our team. It's right about where we want to be. We're not sure we plays yet. We don't need another left winger, so I hope it's not that. But judging by his stats, decent speed, attack position, dribbling, long shots. The long shots and the passing make me think he might end up being that attacking midfielder. A center mid would be fine. That's where I'd prefer. We don't really need a left midfielder with O'Halloran and Sandell. If it did turn out to be like that, we might keep him as an attacking midfield option, or we might just go out on loan. So that's all we got to show you there. Nothing else. Oh, let's look at this real quick. Here's our stats for the season. Only club I played with, biggest win, 4-0 over Luton. Biggest loss, only 2-0 to Shrewsbury. I think we lost 2-0 a couple of times, but that's not bad. Record transfer fee for us was 330, if that was Simovic. Probably not worth the money yet. And then this whole season we wanted to finish mid-table. I'd say we did. 14th is mid-table. I bumped the cup objective to quarter-final because that's what we had made at the time in the Capital One Cup, losing to Southampton. I was not manager of the month because I kind of sucked. Definitely not manager of the year. And so, okay, so Simovic was our biggest in. Silbera 1.8 million out. That let us have all the activity we needed in the winter transfer window. And overall, 14th, not a bad first season, considering we spent a lot of it down near the bottom. Not a bad ending place. Overall record, 55 matches played, that's competitive. 20 wins, 20 draws, 15 losses. It's an okay record. But we need to turn some of those draws into wins, and I think increasing our attack power is the way to do that. And just one more thing I want to look at to show you guys. Let's look at some other leagues. Argentina we don't care about. Australia, nope. Austria, nope. Belgium, nope, nope. Denmark, not really. England, alright, so Manchester United topped the Barclays Premier League. Oh wait, didn't we beat them? Yeah, we knocked them out of the Capital One Cup. It was on penalties, so So, and that's to look at the Premier League. Burnley got absolutely thrashed. They'll be going back down. I think Hull and Leicester also, I can't remember if it's 4 or 3 from Premier League, so Crystal Palace might be safe. But on Watford and Cardiff, great seasons for them. Cardiff only lost 4 games. Unbelievable. Both teams over 100 points. Them and Norwich are going up. Fairly huge margin at the top. Big gap between Norwich and Wolves. Yep. So who's going down from here? Brentford, Blackpool, Rotherham, and Ipswich. I don't think Ipswich escape. I think it's 4 teams that switch in the lower tiers. So let's go to the second most important league. Bristol, Doncaster, and Leyton Orient get automatic promotion. And then, Port Vale are up for playoff promotion. So those that's one of my previous teams. I like following them. And down at the bottom, boom. Rochdale, Fleetwood Town, Gillingham, and Crewe Alexandra, they will be relegated. We will have to contest against them next season. And then we've already looked at all this. So let's go PSG walking away with that league. What do you expect? They've got all the money. Where's my favorite team? Monaco in 4th. Monaco are probably my favorite team in France. So we don't really care about the second tier. Nope. Germany, Wolfsburg won the league. Or did they win yet? No, there's 2 games left in this season. So it's actually pretty tight at the back between Wolfsburg, Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich are in 4th. That is so unrealistic. But then again, Manchester United won BPL. Who knows? Second tier, anything worth looking at? Not really. Italy, Juventus up top. I hate them with a burning passion. Milan, Inter, Roma, nothing that's really out of the unexpected. Don't care about Koreans, or Mexico. Not really too much going on in Netherlands. Norway, don't care. Poland, don't really care. Legia lost, they suck, I don't like them. Portugal, not really interested. Dundalk topped the Irish League. And that's about all up there. Russians, lots of Moscow teams, except for Torpedo, who are down near the bottom. Saudi, really do not care. Scotland, Celtic won by a fairly large margin. And they might have, no, they don't have a few games left, it can't be. That's it, because they don't deal with a split in the game because they can't handle it. And a few more. Real Madrid did well, with Barcelona and Madrid following up. Sweden, well, people are going to get mad if I don't check out the lower Spanish tier. Valladolid are going up, solid season for them. Swedes, Switzerland, yada yada, Turkey. Yep, very good. Portland Timbers, they're sitting in second at the moment, but they're just a little while into their season, like 2 months in. We'll see if they can hold it. Only 19 teams in the MLS, I do not understand that, but I think the patch that came out a little while ago added a couple of teams, or did it just add their graphics? Were they already here? No. Orlando something and another New York team were the ones that were added. So, and that's it, back at the beginning. And that's all. Thanks for watching. Likes and subscribes are great. Leave your comments. What should we try to do to improve our performance next season? Goal of the month videos, take a look at those. I'm taking votes. I'll be setting up the compilations for goal of the season pretty soon. I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about. Thanks very much, and we'll see you in that live stream Sunday, 1:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 4:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. British Time. I said the rest at the beginning. I'll post them in the description. Leave comments if you have any more questions. That ran a little long. Sorry. Bye-bye.